Good morning, I'm Pete, and today I'm going to show you how to gather crashes using their coordinate data. In the map we're looking at right here, you can see that there are a whole lot of black dots on the map. These are nodes specified by the agency that's using the software, and each of these nodes has a coordinate associated with it, and we're going to make use of that today. We're also going to make use of just direct drawing rectangles and so forth, points, in order to gather crashes. So this is all about different ways of querying your data based on the coordinate of the crash. So the first thing I'm going to do is one that's been around for a little while, and that is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle around a location and let go. And now I've selected that location, and I can click down here, and this says create an XY study from that selected rectangle. And so now I have that study. It's got 12 crashes in it, and I'm now looking at your standard XY or lat long study panel. This is how you can gather crashes by XY coordinate. And there are a few new ways to do that, as you can see on the right here. So the first one I'm going to show you is by drawing a rectangle. We're not going to look at the area we were just at. I'm going to search for another area first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the name of a city. And this is in Virginia. And now I've found that city, and I'm going to navigate around in that city. And it looks like there's a location called Tranquility in Maine. And I happen to know this area, right? So I'm going to just zoom in on that area and do as we've done in the past and just draw a simple rectangle around that spot. And now I can see, I guess I got one crash there. I'm pretty sure there's more crashes, so I'm going to draw a slightly larger rectangle, make sure I get them all. And now I get 2 crashes. That's good. That's what I was looking for there. So that's one method, is drawing a rectangle. And as you saw, you can either do that on the pin map report, or I could do that on this study panel. Another option that's new is to select a point and a distance. And in this case, I select that tool and I go to some point on the map. It could be here, here, here. I'm going to choose this intersection, so I'm clicking right there. And I'm going to choose 125 feet. This is just a bit of an easier way to make sure that you're getting the distance you're looking for when you're gathering crashes by coordinate. So the first time I did that, I was more or less guessing at the size and basing it on the environment around the intersection. Now I'm choosing by an actual distance. And I could say, oh, yeah, it's a little bit too far. I didn't want to go quite that far. So I can come in here, click on that intersection again, and say maybe 100 feet. And that gathers your crashes for you for that 100 feet. Okay. The new feature in the program, the very new feature in the program, is the ability to set up this query where you set up a list of location names. And this is where those dots on that pin map come in. Those were all node locations, and they're all named. So we've built a query in the program. If you have this box, we've already enabled that for you. If you don't have this box and you know that you have a list of locations with coordinates attached to them, we can use that. Tell us about that, and we'll take a look at that table, and we will build this query, and then you'll have this box available to you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose that box and type in Tranquility. And I don't have to type the whole thing. As you can see, it's already finding all the tranquilities, but there's still quite a long list of other places. And what I want to do is find the intersection at Tranquility, and this is Main Street right here. So I'm just going to put a comma in, and that's telling the program that I want both of these to match. And I'm going to start typing Main. And I've got Tranquil and MAI, and now I've found Tranquility in Maine, and I can choose that. And now I click on this button to say this is the location I want to select, and I put in, say, 75 feet, and it locates that location. So again, if I was somewhere else over here, looking at my map, and I come over here and I type in Tranquility and Maine, select it, click 50 feet, I'm brought over to that location with a 50-foot diameter or radius box, 50 feet from the intersection box. And now I see my 2 crashes. The last way to choose coordinates for a location is to actually enter those coordinates manually, and that's also an option. Okay, thanks for joining me today. And if you have questions, by all means, contact us. We're at pdmagic.com. Thank you.